Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the basic through gym format. On one side, we've got the Brock's Ninetales deck going up against the Lieutenant Surge's Raticate deck, as used by 3-time world champion Jason Klaczynski. The Brock's Ninetales deck is going to be focused on using Ninetales' Shapeshift ability to transform into powerful Stage 1 Pokemon, like Blaine's Rapidash and Arcanine. While the Lieutenant Surge's Raticate deck is going to be focused on taking big knockouts through a combination of Raticate's Super Fang attack and Mr. Mime's Meditate attack. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, I'd like to highlight our fan picks for the week. So a big thank you to Discord users, Redhead Games, and Yes for submitting their Pokemon pictures. And if you'd like your Pokemon pictures to be featured in a future video, please be sure to join our Discord, which I'll link in the description below. And like always, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and to my Twitter account at Holland_Phantom so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle! And here we go, the battle has started, with both players subbing over their starting Pokemon. On the Ninetales side, we've got Magmar as the active Pokemon, and on the Raticate side, we've got Dratini as the active Pokemon. The Raticate side is going first, activating Build to draw 2 cards, and now the player's going to be benching a Doduo and Lieutenant Surge's Rattata, before attaching a Psychic Energy to the active Dratini and now passing the turn. Okay, on the Brock's Ninetales side's first turn, the player's going to be benching 2 Brock's Vulpix, and then attaching a Fire Energy to the active Magmar to start using its Smokescreen attack. And then we see the trainer card Energy Removal to get rid of the Psychic Energy off the Dratini. And there's the first attack, Smokescreen, hitting for 10 damage. And now Dratini's going to have to flip a coin in case it wants to attack. Okay, the player's going to be attaching a Psychic Energy, so it still can't attack anyway because it needs 2 energy. And now the Rattata evolves into Raticate before passing the turn once again. Still no attack coming through from the Raticate side. Okay, on the other side there we see Brock's Protection coming down to the Brock's Vulpix, along with the Fire Energy. And now with Brock's Protection, the energy cannot be discarded with the energy removal cards. And then we see a second Smokescreen, once again hitting for 10 damage. Okay, on the other side there we see a Psychic Energy coming down to the Raticate. It's now going to be fully powered up to use its Super Fang attack. But first, the player's going to be activating Professor Oak, discarding their entire hand before drawing 7 brand new cards. So let's see what they get. The Dratini is going to be able to retreat by discarding its Psychic Energy this turn. And then we see a Mr. Mime coming down to the bench, followed by the Doduo evolving into Dodrio, which then activates its ability, Retreat Aid. So now actually the Dratini can retreat for free, as Dodrio does reduce the retreat cost of all Pokemon on its side by 1. And there's Super Fang, hitting Magmar for half its remaining HP, so it's going to be a total of 40 damage. Okay, on the Ninetales side there we see a double colorless energy coming down to the Vulpix, followed by another Smokescreen attack, hitting for 10 damage. Raticate is down to 60 HP remaining. There we see a Psychic Energy coming down to the Mr. Mime on the bench. Now Raticate retreats for free into the Dodrio, and then Dodrio also retreats for free back into the Raticate to reset the Smokescreen. And there we see Super Fang hitting for 20 damage this time. Okay, also to let everyone know, just in case you're wondering why the player can retreat twice during their turn, during this format the player can retreat as many times as they want per turn. There's no limit. Okay, the Ninetales player is going to be activating Computer Search, searching their deck for Professor Oak to draw 7 brand new cards. Still searching for their first Ninetales card, so let's see if they get it. Here we see the 7 brand new cards drawn. Did they get an evolution? Okay, starting off with the Brock's Protection on the second Vulpix. And yes, there we see the first Ninetales coming down. Followed by Smokescreen once again, hitting for another 10 damage into the Raticate. Okay, the Mr. Mime's going to be getting a second Psychic Energy, so it's now fully powered up to start using its Meditate attack, which is now going to be jumping into the active spot. Mr. Mime does have the Pokemon Power Invisible Wall, so any attack that would deal 30 or more damage actually gets completely negated. There's the attack, Meditate, taking the KO against Magmar to take the first prize card of the game. So Raticate has taken the early lead, and now over to the other side. Ninetales comes into the active spot. Is it going to be using its Pokemon Power Shapeshift? Right now it cannot hit the Mr. Mime with its own attack. There we see a Fire Energy coming down to the benched Vulpix, followed by another Computer Search, discarding 2 Chansey from the hand for any card from the deck. Okay, the player's going to be choosing the Blaine's Rapidash, which does have the Fire main attack, hitting for only 20 damage to get through the invisible wall. So now Mr. Mime's going to be down to just 20 HP remaining. Another Fire main can't take the KO. Okay, there we see the Mr. Mime retreating back into the Lieutenant Surge's Raticate. to use a Super Fang again. There we see a double colorless energy coming down to the Dodrio on the bench. There's the attack, Super Fang, hitting for 40 damage. Okay, let's see what the player can do. Starting off by using a potion, healing 20 damage off the Rapidash. So now it will not be getting KO'd by the Meditate on the Mr. Mime. A second Fire Energy gets equipped onto the bench of Vulpix, followed by another Professor Oak. Once again, discarding the hand to draw another 7 brand new cards. Did they get their second Brock's Ninetales yet? Okay, not yet. There's the attack. It's going to be the Stamp attack. Here's the coin flip. Okay, it's going to be a tail, so only hitting for 30 damage. And now Raticate is going to be down to 20 HP remaining. Okay, so let's see what the player's going to be doing next. There we see another Lieutenant Surge's Rattata coming down to the bench, which then gets double colorless energy. And there's another Super Fang, hitting for 30 damage that time. And now Rapidash is going to be down to 20 HP left. Okay, the player's going to be activating Brock's Training Method to search the deck for any of Brock's Pokemon, so they're going to be searching for their second Brock's Ninetales to evolve their bench of Vulpix. And do they have another evolution to attach onto it? Not yet. And there we see the attack. Another Stamp attack hitting for 40 damage that time, as the player did get heads on their coin flip. And also spreading 10 damage to each Pokemon on the bench. On the other side, taking the first prize card for the Ninetales player. Now both players are going to be tied. 5 prizes remaining apiece. On the other side, there we see the Dodrio coming into the active spot. The player's going to be activating Computer Search, discarding Energy Removal, and the Resistance Gem for any card from the deck, and they're going to be choosing a second Lieutenant Surge's Raticate. Okay, so the Rattata does evolve, and we should be seeing the KO coming through, possibly from the Mr. Mime. So let's see what the attacker is going to be. Yeah, the Dodrio is going to be retreating, promoting Mr. Mime. Okay, Mr. Mime does only have 10 HP left. Yeah, but once his Rapidash goes down, nothing can deal any damage to the Mr. Mime. Okay, it's going to be 2 prizes taken already for the Raticate player. Okay, the next Brock's Ninetales comes into the active spot. The player's going to be activating Nightly Garbage Run to search their discard pile for any 3 cards and combination of Pokemon and energy cards. It's going to be Ninetales, Vulpix, and the Rapidash, all being shuffled back into the deck. And can the player take a KO this turn? There we see the Item Finder discarding Energy Removal and a Fire Energy for any trainer card from the discard pile. They're going to be using Brock's Training Method to search the deck for Brock's Vulpix to place back onto the bench. There we see the Brock's Protection onto the new Vulpix, followed by Gust of Wind. Okay, here we go, to bring up the damaged Dratini. Okay, and this way they can't take the KO using Ninetales' attack. Okay, there's the attack. Will-o'-the-Wisp to take the KO against Dratini, taking another prize card. Now both sides are tied once again, this time at 4 prizes remaining apiece. And now we see the second Raticate coming into the active spot. It does have that double colorless energy. It's fully powered up, and there's the attack. Super Fang, hitting for 40 damage into Brock's Ninetales. So let's see what the player gets next. Okay, the Vulpix does evolve, and then also shapeshifts into Rapidash. Actually, both of them do. Followed by another Professor Oak, drawing another 7 cards out of the deck. Hopefully the player doesn't deck out. They have used 3 Professor Oak already. Okay, there we see Potion, healing 20 damage off the Rapidash. And an Energy Removal to get rid of the energy off the Raticate. Okay, the player's going to be attaching a double colorless energy to their bench, Blaine's Rapidash, and there's the attack. Stamp. Here's a coin flip. It's going to be heads, hitting for 40 damage into the Raticate, and then 10 damage onto both the Mr. Mime and the Dodrio. So Mr. Mime is going to be getting KO'd, taking another prize card for the Ninetales player. And they have taken the lead. Okay, on the other side, the player's going to be benching another Mr. Mime. Along with the Mewtwo, does the player have an energy card? Okay, they're going to be starting off by using a Gust of Wind to bring up the other Rapidash. Okay. This Rapidash doesn't have any damage on it. It also doesn't have any fire energy, but it can just retreat for free into the other one. Okay, the player's going to be just playing as many cards as they have from their hand before activating Professor Oak, drawing 7 brand new cards. Did they get an energy card to power up the Raticate? Okay, there we see another Doduo coming down to the bench, followed by Bill to draw another 2 cards. And another Bill to draw another 2 cards. So it's a total of 11 cards already drawn. There we see another Lieutenant Surge's Rattata, and a Psychic Energy coming down to the Mewtwo, actually. So Raticate retreats for free to promote the Mewtwo. There's the attack, Energy Absorption. Getting up to 2 energy cards from the discard pile to attach back onto the Mewtwo. Okay, it's going to be a total of 2 Psychic Energy, so it's now going to be fully powered up to start using Cyburn on the following turn. Okay, yeah, the Ninetales player just retreats 1 Rapidash into the other one. The one with the 3 Fire Energy. So they can deal some damage this turn. Okay, no cards are played. There's the attack. Stamp. Here's the coin flip. And it's going to be... Okay, it's going to be a heads. Hitting Mewtwo for 40 damage. Damaging everything on the bench for 10 damage apiece. Now the Lieutenant Surge's Raticate is down to just 10 HP remaining. Another Stamp attack can't take the KO against it. Okay, the next Rattata evolves into another Raticate. It's going to be the 3rd one of the game, followed by another Bill. I think it's going to be the 4th one to draw another 2 cards out of the deck. And there's Potion, healing 20 damage off the active Mewtwo. And double colorless energy comes down to the new Raticate, and there's the attack, Cyburn. Hitting for 40 damage, and now Blaine's Rapidash is down to just 10 HP left. Okay, the Ninetales player is going to be activating Item Finder, discarding 2 Erika's Routinis for any trainer card from the discard pile, and they're going to be using the Gust of Wind, targeting down the heavily damaged Lieutenant Surge's Raticate to take the guaranteed KO. And there's the attack, Stamp. Here's the coin flip. And it's going to be a heads. Taking the KO against the active Raticate, spreading 10 damage to everything on the bench. And that's going to be the 4th prize card taken by the Ninetales player. They're just expanding their lead now. There are 2 prizes ahead. Okay, the Mewtwo comes back into the active spot. It should be able to take the KO against his Rapidash. Okay, no cards are played. Going straight for the attack, Cyburn, taking the KO against Rapidash. Taking the 3rd prize card, but they are still 1 prize behind. And now the next Rapidash comes into the active spot. It still doesn't have a Fire Energy. Let's see if the player drew one. Okay, not yet. There we see a Nightly Garbage Run. Searching the discard pile for Vulpix, Ninetales, and a Fire Energy to shuffle back into the deck. If they get 1 more Fire Energy, they can use a Stamp attack to potentially take the KO against Mewtwo if they get a heads on the coin flip. There we see Item Finder, discarding 2 cards from the hand to get back the Nightly Garbage Run. Once again activating it for another 3 cards from the discard pile to shuffle back into the deck. It's going to be 2 Fire Energies and the Blaine's Rapidash. So shuffled 6 cards back into the deck. But do they have any ways of searching out their Fire Energy? Okay, there's the Gust of Wind to bring up the Dodrio. This one does have 40 damage already, so 1 Stamp attack is guaranteed to take the KO. Okay, yeah, there we go. Professor Oak to draw 7 brand new cards. Surely they got a Fire Energy off of this. Okay, there we see Brock's Vulpix coming down to the bench, and yes, they did get a Fire Energy. There's the attack. Stamp to take the KO against Dodrio. It's going to be a Tails on the coin flip, so no additional damage. But the player does take their 5th prize card. They just got to take 1 more KO to win the game. Okay, the Mewtwo comes back into the active spot now. Mewtwo can take 1 more Stamp attack before getting KO. Actually, hold on. The player just activated a potion, healing 20 damage off Mewtwo. And there's Cyburn, hitting Rapidash for 40 damage. And now it looks like the Raticate player has taken the lead, at least in the present board. Okay, there we see another Vulpix coming down. One of them gets a Fire Energy, and there's the attack, Stamp. And let's see what that is. Went a little off camera. Okay, it was the heads, hitting for 40 damage into the Mewtwo, spreading 10 damage to everything on the bench. So now both Mewtwo and Mr. Mime are within KO range on the following turn. Let's see what the Raticate player can do. Okay, they're going to be attaching a Potion Energy onto the Mr. Mime to heal 10 damage off of it. Followed by using Item Finder, discarding the Super Energy removal and another Mewtwo from the hand for any discarded trainer card. And it's going to be the Potion, healing once again 20 damage off the active Mewtwo. So Mewtwo is down to just 30 damage on it. There's the attack, Psyburn, taking the KO against Rapidash. And taking another prize card. Okay, they still got to take 2 more prizes to win this game. There we see Brock's Vulpix coming into the active spot. It's going to be getting a second Fire Energy. There's the attack, Fire Ring, hitting Mewtwo for 20 damage and Mr. Mime for 10 damage. So both of these Pokemon are going to be within KO range on the following turn of this Fire Ring. Oh, actually, never mind. There we see the Super Energy removal, discarding the Potion Energy off Mr. Mime to get rid of both energy off of Brock's Vulpix, as the player finally ran out of Brock's protection. So now their energy cards are vulnerable to energy removal. There's the attack, Psyburn, hitting Vulpix for 40 damage. One more attack should take the KO against it. Okay, the player's going to be benching a Magmar, and now Magmar gets a Fire Energy on it. And the player's going to be passing their turn. The Brock's Vulpix is going to be getting KO'd this turn. Now the Doduo evolves into another Dodrio, followed by another Item Finder, discarding Computer Search and Eruka's Dratini for energy removal to get rid of the Fire Energy off the brand new Magmar, so it can't use its Smog attack on the following turn. And there's Psyburn, taking the KO against Vulpix, taking the 5th prize card, and now both players are going to be tied, 1 prize remaining apiece. The next KO is going to be deciding this game. So let's see what's going to be. Fire Energy on Magmar. There's the attack, Smokescreen. Mewtwo is down to just 10 HP left. But the player does have other Pokemon on their bench to attack. And there we see another energy removal to get rid of the Fire Energy off of the Magmar. Now Mewtwo's going to be retreating, discarding 1 energy to pay to the retreat cost, promoting the Lieutenant Surge's Raticate. Raticate's down to 40 HP left, so it can take a hit from this Magmar. There's the attack, Super Fang, hitting for 40 damage. So let's see what Magmar can do. Okay, just going to be getting a Fire Energy. Does the player have any more potion cards? No, there we see Narrow Jim, does nothing. And there's the attack, Smokescreen, hitting for only 10 damage. Yeah, that should be the game. Yeah, Raticate's going to be retreating to once again promote the Mewtwo. As long as the player has an energy card in hand, they can win this game. And they do have it. Potion Energy on Mewtwo. And there's the final attack, Psyburn, taking the KO against Magmar to take the final prize card. And there's a handshake. Raticate is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.